No matter how big or clever that narcissist's mind game is, you can always win if you know how to fight strategically. They want you to believe they're the puppet master, that you have got zero chances at bringing them down, defeating them, or even keeping them at an arm's length. But that's not true. They are run by your behaviors. If you know what buttons to push, what to do, and what not to do, you will always be in a power position. What moves am I talking about? Let's learn in today's episode. Hi, I am Danish, a narcissistic abuse recovery professional. This one is holiday special. Today you will learn what 5 moves to make if you want to destroy that narcissist mega mind game. Stay until the very end because this is going to be a practical episode filled with examples. Move number 1, selective exposure of information. Keep your cards close to your chest. You can't be telling them what you're up to, what you're planning, how you are going to expose them. You can't be posting your ideas on social media. You can't be tagging places and other people who you want to share these occasions with. You can't be trusting even remotely related people, and you can't be telling them things like, oh, I'm going to visit this and that place on Christmas, or these are the list of activities, or these are the people I'm going to visit or see on Christmas Day or some other day. You can't be doing that. You have to be cautious. I know you want to live a life of freedom, but unfortunately, you are dealing with a situation where there are vulture eyes on you, always trying to know what you're up to, and they're trying to use that information to bring you down. It's not paranoia, it is your reality that you are dealing with. So you have to selectively expose the bits and pieces of information that would not give them a full idea of what you are preparing, what is going to happen next, what you are going to come after. Because if you keep them in that state of anxiety, they will make stupid moves. I have seen that happening. It's guaranteed. If you do not confront them and tell them, I'm going to say this to the judge, I'm going to do that and do this, they won't have a clue. It is better to do it than say it. They will know it later. When time comes, they will get to know your plan, but it will be already too late for them. So preserve your happiness. You do not need to show the world what is going on in your life, because some people do so out of this pain, the anger they're dealing with. Oh, I want that narcissist to know I am happy. No. If you do that, they will know. They are really good at detecting the intention. They'll know you're doing it just to impact them, which to them will mean, oh, he or she is still impacted by my presence. What should you do instead? You should simply be declarative, not only assertive, declarative. Say what you intend to do. For example, you could say, I am not ready to visit any family members this holiday season. Be declarative, short and succinct. That is how your approach should be. Number 2, become unpredictable on purpose. You have to be almost a shapeshifter, but not like them. You have to behave differently than how they expect you to behave, just to keep shocking their system. See, they thrive on your predictable behavior. When they do something, they do it with an outcome in mind. For example, that narcissist sends you a nasty message. The outcome they are chasing is influence, negative influence, and occupying your mental space. Even if that happens, you can't show them what is going on. On the surface level, you have to keep it pretty calm, pretty vague. You must leave all situations open for interpretation, for them to guess what is going on. Why? Because they do not have a practical idea of what is actually happening. They're going to project their fears onto situations. And when they'll do so, they will expose their delusional self. That is going to work in your favor. Later on, you could use their own words against them to show how crazy they are, in what ways they can think, and how psychotic, how unrealistic and narcissistic that is. When around them, purposely change your body language, your demeanor. Be flat faced. Your eyes shouldn't move a lot. Don't make too much eye contact, or make a little bit. When you do, be assertive. Keep your body relaxed. That way, they won't be able to know what they are doing with you and what kind of impact that is having on you. The consequence, they might throw a temper tantrum. What can you do with that information? Document it to prove that they are eruptive, they are impulsive, therefore their judgment is impaired. Move number 3. Keep the purpose behind your actions always hidden. You should misguide them. Now, I know that's not what a person is supposed to do, that's not the right thing to do. But in this situation, the problem is, if you tell them what your purpose is, let's say your purpose is to maintain peace, you want to co parent with them, you do not want any problems, you want stability. But that narcissist doesn't like the idea of seeing you at peace. If you share your purpose, you could say, oh, let's sit down, mediate 50-50, done. You take care of your stuff, I'll do my stuff. And that's how we parallel parent. That's only a dream. Parallel parenting is, in my opinion, a concept inapplicable to a situation like this. You have to do separate parenting. The truth is, if you have children with a narcissist, you are the mother as well as the father. So you have to conceal the purpose. You have to behave in a way that would make them think they are getting benefited if they decide in your favor. For example, if they send your child to a particular school, they should think, oh, it's because that school is near to me, or it will benefit me in these ways. That is how you have to present it. It's always about their ego. You have to make it about them. You can never ever show them how you are getting benefited or even negatively impacted, because if you show it, then guaranteed they'll do more of it if that gets them sadistic supply. Number 4, stay dispassionately curious to remain objective. You have to remain calm, because if you won't, then they will be the one watching the show. If you are an emotional mess trying to deal with a narcissist, trying to fight them, guaranteed you will lose. Because the name of the game is managing and regulating your emotions. If you are not in control of them, they will take over and they will pull the strings. They will push the buttons whenever they want to. The principle of unpredictability applies here as well. If you remain dispassionately curious, what does that mean? You do not have to passionately fight them with anger. That still means you're feeling something. There's nothing wrong with your feeling or any emotion. Don't get me wrong. The problem is any overt expression is taken as fuel or supply, and it's a confirmation of the fact for them that they're getting impacted. You can show emotion like sadness. Oh, I'm sad, I'm struggling. If you know, it will give that narcissist some kind of satisfaction. Oh, he or she is still impacted, and then they will leave you alone. That is a different scenario. But in this case, you have to step back and look at this whole situation as if you're watching a movie being projected on a screen, and you have to learn. You have to connect the dots for yourself and objectively ask, what's actually going on? What can I leverage here? How can I turn the tables on that person? How can I protect myself and my children? You cannot just go with the flow. That is going to be your biggest mistake. You have to stop the flow, and you have to control how much goes out and how much stays in. Number 5 and the last one, play dumb so that they underestimate your abilities. They love to think they are smart. I recently created another episode on this. Oh, they're the most intelligent person gifted to us, when in reality, they are a walking, living, breathing curse. But they don't want to accept that. Why am I asking you to play dumb? Because you would want them to underestimate you. For what purpose? To stay unprepared. They should delusionally believe, oh, who are you talking about? They don't have a clue of what's going on. They are reactive. They're like a doormat. They're a weakling. They're a fool. They're stupid. And then you strike when the time comes. They are caught off guard, and that is when the real narcissistic rage comes out, or they do stupid things again, exposing their true nature. Play them so that they can act as the smart one and give you more information. And you pick and choose pieces from that information to weave your undefeatable strategy. The conclusion is stay silent, stay cautious, and be cognizant of your emotions. You cannot be reactive, you cannot go with the flow. You have to be two steps ahead. You have to predict their behavior, and you have to behave in ways that will make them either think they have the upper hand or that you are a fool, you're a dumb person, and you stand nowhere in comparison with them. Let me know if you find this strategy helpful in the comments below. With that, let's bring this episode to an end. Thank you so much for listening. I will talk to you in the next one. Until then, as always, happy holidays and let the healing begin.